Live here from London. My name is Josh, aka the LuckyBotter, and today we are going through week 8 of Supreme, and they bring to us their summer teas for this season. There's not many people that are really enjoying these teas, but there are a couple nice ones in there in all honesty. And we're going to be going through not only the setup for SwiftSole, but we're going to be looking at some retail and resale predictions ongoing. I hope everyone is good. I hope everyone in the UK is still staying safe, because of course we have come kind of out of lockdown now, so I hope everyone is well. Mr. Engineer, apparently the microphone is quite low. Is it up now? Perfect. Sorry, guys. I'm going to say it again. Welcome here live from London. My name is Josh, a.k.a. the LuckyBotter, and I'm taking you through week 8 of the setup for SwiftSole. The microphone should now be a bit louder for you guys to hear. Please tell me if you can hear it. Mic is now good. Thank you, Jonathan. Thank you. Anyway, I hope everyone is well, and I hope everyone is staying safe. And Supreme this week brings to us the summer teas for week 8, and I'll be showing you not only the retail and resale figures, but also the setup for Supreme as well. Now, I hope a load of you guys and girls used last week as an opportunity to set it up. Weirdly, Supreme dropped the red lighter and not a green one. We were meant to get a green one. And there are, of course, this week, a couple of unseen items. I think there's maybe 2 or 3 unseen items that you may want to go for, but just like last week, the lighter wasn't seen and it basically sat and it bricked, and everything kind of bricked last week. I don't think this week is the same. I actually think there are a couple of sleeper items, or there are a couple of items that will have some resale, so it is definitely worth going for it. So again, we will be looking at the resale and retail predictions. Now, at the moment, SwiftSole is about to update all of its list in regards to resale and retail, so I've got them down here on my screen. Whether or not I think they have resale, then at the same time, the retail on them as well. So what we're going to be doing is putting up my phone just up on the screen, and we are going to be going for the different setup today of tasks, profiles, etc., etc. And also, you will see at the pinned comment at the top, we have got something going on at the moment with SwiftSole, where basically what you can do is you can get your first month premium for 50% off, and then after that, it's $3.99 each month. And again, that gets cancelled at the end of the season when there's a break. You don't pay that anymore. However, for now, for this month, you will get half price off of that $3.99. Just follow that link at the top in the pinned comment. Anyway, will the bot work this week? Christian, sir, the bot works every week. This is one thing I just need to explain, because I get this question quite a lot, and that is, Josh, I ran a bot, I didn't hit an item. Welcome to everyone's world, yeah? You've got maybe, let's say, 1,000 items with 5,000 botters. Not everyone is going to hit. However, last week, when you look at the success, and even with Air Force Ones, people were hitting. Now, 9 times out of 10, there's 2 things that are going wrong most of the time. Either A, your setup is wrong, and the reason why it's wrong is because you're not trying on different weeks, say like last week, even if you don't check the item out, or even if you decline 3DS. It's a good idea to check your setup. And then secondly, don't forget, Supreme does like to bring either high traffic error or decline payments as well when there's a lot processing and going through. So you can't just blame SwiftSole. Every single bot has errors, and there are more botters than there is stock. Otherwise, everyone would be able to hit. People still asking me if they can run Footlocker. Jesus. Looking forward to this drop. Nice. All right, let's bring the phone back up, please, Mr. Engineer, and then we will go through this week's drop list. So first and foremost, when you're on the SwiftSole page, in case some of you guys and girls are new, of course, the purchase link is down below. You've got your home page, then you have your task page. And here, this is where you'll find the items. And not only that, but this way you'll be able to put in the items from the top right down to the bottom. So if I press the plus thing here, I get a create task button here. So this is where we've got a few different items. So first and foremost, we have the Not Sorry pin. Now, the whole Not Sorry range, the teddy bear t-shirt, etc., is unseen. It's just mock-ups at the moment, so we don't actually know what it's going to look like. Same with the pin. The pin's got a very small resale. Generally speaking, buttons and pins, etc., don't really have, someone's upvoting it already, so we don't really have that much resale. But it might be an item worth going for, but don't forget, it might be $8 there, but then you've got to pay for shipping as well. But it might be an idea, potentially, to try and multi-cart the item, and we'll go through multi-cart at some point. Let's give that an upvote. I'm giving it an upvote. Boxers are always there each week. Let's just go down. Then we go into the bandana range. So there's 3 different bags. There's the duffel bag, there's the top side bag, and then there's a small duffel bag. Now, the issue with these bags is that it's made with, like, is it a canvas material? I can't remember, but it's like really shiny material. If you're from the UK or London and you're a looper and you use those Sports Direct bags, which I'm sure you do, it's basically that, or the IKEA bags. It's basically that kind of material, yeah? Is it going to do well? I don't know. The retail is low for what some of these items are. However, I don't know. I can't see many people wanting this for resale. Now, one thing that you'll notice, though, and they missed a trick with this, by the way, Supreme, they've got the brown, they've got the black, and they've got the green. What does that look like to you? The dunks that drop, the low dunks. It's the same colorways. The only thing that really confused me is why bring in the red? They could have done it as the blue. Then that would have matched the dunks. And you know those, TikTokers and Instagrammers may wanted to have matched the fit with a bag, with the shoes. So that's the only way I can see this potentially reselling. If you know someone, say, with the green dunks, the black dunks, or the brown, and partnering this bag with it, will look quite cool together in a picture together or whatever. So that's the only kind of spin I can see on it. I'm going to sleep on those. I'm not going to go for them personally, but you can see the green, the brown, and the black there. Again, Supreme, you missed a trick. Should have done the blue. FTP, beanies. The 2 beanies are not too bad this week. You've got, obviously, the FTP, and you've got the Old English. Now, the thing is, that Old English, by the way, $78, no thank you. The retail on the FTP is not too bad, but beanies at the moment are just not really doing much numbers. They're not really increasing in price. There's not much resale on them. Even when you look at the cross BOGO ones, not much resale in all honesty. And if you're from the UK, you're from London, we are going into summer. Probably not going to resell that much. The reflective dyed Camp Cat, if you remember from last week, it's similar, and I always reference that middle one there as the kind of Back to the Future 2 one. Again, if you're old enough, you'll know that, but some of you guys are like 10, so you won't know what I'm talking about. The Skull New Era Cap. We're over skulls. No one wears skulls anymore. I'm sure we don't. Do we know when Supreme AF1s come in? On Fridays is when they restock the Supreme AF1s, and that is generally at 11 o'clock. However, Supreme like to have a lay-in, so sometimes it's 10 past 11 as well. The stacked Cadora 6 panel, there's not much going on there in all honesty. Then we've got a jacket that you should not buy and never wear. We've then got another peacock jacket, which is absolutely disgusting. The Mitchell & Ness satin varsity jacket. I quite like the satin jacket. However, I don't really like the design of this. The back of it, I don't like. The front of it's not too bad, in all honesty. So, Mitchell & Ness are, of course, this is a collaboration. Mitchell & Ness generally are for snapbacks, baseball, apparel, and they are a very good brand. However, I can't see it doing well. I do like that blue colorway, especially if you're female, etc. But the back's a bit too busy. There's a bit too much going on the back there. Cargo pants. A lot of people are wearing cargo pants at the minute, but for the retail, you can just go anywhere else and buy standard ones. There's like a digital camo one, and as well as that, you've then got the black and the camo, the khaki, sorry. I just can't see many people wanting to pay that ridiculous price for basic colors, unless you like the Supreme pants sizing, which not many people do, in all honesty. Please put your SwiftSole to dark mode. If I put to dark mode, it doesn't look great on the screen here, unfortunately. We've already tried it. It looks better light mode, all right? We're inclusive here, sir. Then we're looking at, of course, the Air Force Ones. Now, Supreme has said that Air Force Ones will be restocked every week. However, this is restocked on a Friday. If the UK or the EU restock, US will restock as well. There's only been 1 week where they haven't, and that was over Easter bank holiday. They don't restock if it's a holiday. However, be prepared because they are likely to restock on Friday at 11 a.m. or there or thereabouts. So get that ready on the Friday and go for just a drop mode task, not a restock mode, just a drop mode task, and you should hit that 100%. I say 100%. Anyway, Unseen, the Miles Davis skateboard. So there's obviously the t-shirt, the Miles Davis tee coming out, and then there's going to be a skateboard to basically come with that. Now, we don't know what the design looks like. However, it's probably going to be that same logo and that same graphic that we've got on the t-shirt underneath the deck there. And I think it looks quite nice. Will it have resale? I'm personally not convinced. I'm really not. The embossed logo hooded sweatshirt, not a fan. Now, this was, the ARC logo was probably something that could have had resale. This was the one that we could have had. However, it's not embroidered. From what I've been told, it's printed. They've missed a trick there. I think if this was embroidered and there were some nicer colours, like the natural colour in this, it would have 100% gone for something in the aftermarket. I just think now, at $158 on a printed hoodie in those colours, I just don't think it's going to do well. I really don't. The buyers that I've got that always get something every week, they haven't asked for this. I think they missed a trick again. That had the most potential for us this week. We then move on to the t-shirts. The most hyped one is at the top there, and that is the Anna Nicole Smith t-shirt. Very nice t-shirt. Some really cool colorways in that. You're going from all the way from naturals to reds to blues, blacks, whites. There's loads, and they're all loaded in there. We'll use that to load in our tasks in a second. I think that is probably one of the best tees of the release. Now, there's two price points of tees, $48, $38. The nicer ones are like $48. The lesser ones are $38. You've then got the Apes tee. Some people like that. You've got the Dunk tee. Now, if you remember that Dunk tee, I mean, it looks a bit like the Jordan Dunk, but it's from the same designer as the Sailboat tee. And if some of you guys are OGs of the channel, you remember that in episode 1, I went for the Sailboat tee for my friend, whose birthday it was, on Supreme, and that was one of the first items I ever bought in. But yeah, that's why it's quite interesting. It's a similar design, and it's someone playing basketball. I think it's quite a cool design, in all honesty. It may have a tiny bit of resale. I think that one will do. People do like the actual designer of that, so that'd be a good one to go for as well. What's happening, Enrique? It is embroidered, though. I got told it was printed. That's decent if it's embroidered. Is it worth going for AF1s anymore with so many restocks? Yeah, 100%. It's still got resale value. It's not as much as what it used to be, don't get me wrong, like last season or last year, but it has definitely got resale, like even if it's 20 quid. The white one's more so than the black. The FUCKT, again, a standard tee there, not really the main one to resell. May have a tiny bit, but in all honesty, not many people are going for that. The Miles Davis tee, there is a bit of hype there. It will have a slight bit of resale. Some people are liking that, in all honesty. And then the Not Sorry tee, 100%. People are liking this with a teddy bear on it. I think you have to be pretty brazen to wear that. But again, this is kind of unseen. I don't know if it's yet confirmed, the exact design. But people, again, that's one of the hyped tees as well for this week. Ape tee, someone's saying 100%. The Toy Pile tee, it's quite cool with the design of all the different toys, but I just don't like the fact that the S goes from the sleeve to there. It's not really for me. I would say my personal opinion on this week, the t-shirts, if you want to go for ones with at least some resale, would be the Not Sorry tee, Miles Davis, the Dunk tee, potentially the Ape tee, and the Anna Nicole Smith tee. Those 5 t-shirts, I think if you went for, but don't get me wrong, people brick everything, but I think that you've got a good chance of making some money back and you've got a good chance of getting some resale, 100%. As long as you've got the buyers there, don't use StockX as your gauge for a price. I've said this time and time again. People, right, would rather go on StockX and lose £15 on something rather than just sending it back for the cost of £5 shipping. It makes no sense. But I think people just don't know you can return. I've got no idea. Or use the real loop, pay via PayPal, and you get free returns. Because on PayPal, I think it's 10 free returns per year. So if you load in PayPal tasks and you can pay via PayPal, you can get free returns, free postage, if it's paid via PayPal. That's the true loop. So if you want to go for a risky item, like I did last week, I went for the Akai MPC because I thought, why not? But I was like, do you know what? It's a £1,600 item. So I paid via PayPal. So doing that, I'm going to, when it comes, I'm going to send it back with free returns. Done. Risk, I've loaned them some money, but I'm able to send it back, at least getting my money back and not having to pay for postage. It's simple as that. I'm going for the Ape tee. Nice. How is the SwiftSole hoodie? It's nice. I really like the SwiftSole hoodie, to be honest. It's not too thick. It feels really nice. It's nice material. I really like it. And I like the branding. I've worn this a couple of times. Like, let's say I'm going to the shop, I just pop it over my head, quickly go to the shops. And a few people have actually asked me about it and gone, oh, do you know SwiftSole? I'm like, Kind of know it. Yeah. You know the people that don't really know who I am because I'm no one, but like, yeah, I kind of know it. Yeah. People ask me where I get it from all the time, to be honest. The NPC is going for 2K plus though. I mean, show me where it's going for 2K plus, sir. It was sitting the other day, even here in the UK. I could buy it. I might be able to buy it now if I went on the website. Anyway, we then go on to the Shea hooded zip up. Guys smoking a blunt there. I don't think it's doing anything, in all honesty. The Old English rhinestone, leave that. The reconstructed short sleeve, I don't know what is going on with that. I don't know why anyone thought that was a good idea. So look, this week, I would say this is 100% better than the last couple of weeks. 100%. I would say for a bit of fun, go for the pin if you want to try and multi-cart something. I don't think it'll ever resell. If you want a risky cop, maybe go for the bags. I would then say after that, none of the jackets, none of the pants. Air Force Ones on a Friday. Potentially the Miles David skateboard, maybe. But skateboards and decks, again, are a bit of a weird one because not many of the designs are actually getting any resale. There's not many designs out there that are getting resale. Even some of the iconic designs from a couple of seasons ago, they've just kind of tanked. People are over that putting the skateboard on their wall type look. It's not, they don't think it's cool anymore. So that's probably a no. Then we'd go down to some t-shirts. Anna Nicole Smith, Ape Tee, Dunk Tee, Miles Davis Tee, Not Sorry Tee. I think those 5 are decent enough. Are decent enough to get some resale or for you for a personal tee. They're cool tees to wear as well. Could build houses with it. The Shea is a massive brick. Yeah, 100%. 100%. StockX is running 2K. Okay, nice. Highest bid was 2K. Yeah, but take into account fees and then tell me if you're losing money or not after all of that. I don't know. I'll have to check. Why does the teddy have a strap on? I mean, I have no idea. I don't know what's going on with that teddy, but Supreme are doing a madness with that. Right, so let's have a look at some setup on the tasks. Oh, apologies. So let's say, for instance, we want to go for that Anna T. So what we're going to be doing is we're just going to be selecting the Anna T very, very simply. Sorry, I've got to find it now. There we are. Then on here, we've got a bunch of different options. The quantity, again, it's 1 per person per profile. So if you wanted to get multiple items on Supreme, let's say you wanted 2 of these t-shirts, different colors, because even if it's the same item but different colors, Supreme will not allow you to buy the same item of a different color, okay? It's 1 item per person, no matter what the color is. So I can only get 1. So let's say, for instance, I wanted 2 of these. I wanted the natural one, which I think is that one there, yep. And I wanted the black one. 1 for me, maybe 1 for sale, or 1 for a friend, whatever it is. I need to ensure that the profiles and the billing that I use inside of SwiftSole are 2 completely different billing profiles. Everything needs to be unique, apart from 1 thing. But everything else needs to be unique. Your name, first name and last name. Again, the first name can be the same. Joshua, whatever, like David, that can be the same. But the last name needs to be changed a bit. So let's say your name was John Smith. You might do John Smith and then John Smith without the H. Something like that. You should know what you'll be able to get away with the postage service that you use. The UPS guy knows me, so he knows when he sees my postcode. Cool. That's Josh's, don't worry. Then you've got the first line of your address. You need to make sure that's totally different. So let's say you lived at 1 Buckingham Palace. You might do 1 Buckingham Palace. Then the next profile, you might do 1 Buckingham Place. Or you might do 1 Bucks Place. Something like that. Oh, something just dropped. Let me put this on thing. Monitors are pinging off. There we go. So you might do 1 Bucks Place. Yeah? Then your phone number needs to be totally different. Now, you can just use a random phone number if you like, but bear in mind that is a risk, because if someone else out there has used the same phone number without you knowing, or, I mean, look, there's a very low chance of someone doing that, but if they did, it would say, no, error, duplicate. Or you just use one of your friends' numbers. They're never going to call that number. Supreme never use it. The postage service never uses it. It's not that deep. Just put someone's phone number in there. The postcode can be the same. That's the only thing within your setup that can be the same and not unique. Card number, date, everything, card, CSV or whatever they call it, CVV. Your card needs to be a totally different card, okay? So this is where now you might use things like Monzo, Revolut, Soldo. I've got a video on LuckyBotter YouTube all about how to get different cards and the different services that you can get that gives you different virtual cards. You can try and use some of your high street bank cards, but 9 times out of 10, they will not work because of 3DS, which is a handling system in the EU. If you're in the US, you can use pretty much most cards. However, privacy generally doesn't work with Supreme. Also in the EU, apologies, but Monzo has been a bit iffy lately. For some reason, Monzo's not always going through. However, I found it's been fine personally. That's just for me to know. Out for review. Split them up to different carts, like 2 and 3. Cool. How many items do you recommend going for in a single multi-cart? Should I do 5 Ts in one cart? The problem is, if you've done 5 Ts in one cart, and one of those T-shirts went out of stock, yeah, the cart would decline, as in you can't check out. You'd have to go back, edit the cart, and by the time you've done that, the other T-shirts may have sold out. If you want to risk it, and you want to try and do maybe 2 T-shirts per cart to save £5 on shipping, up to you. However, it's a big likelihood that a lot of people are going to be going for the T-shirts this week, depending on which ones. Do you want to risk it? And that's up to you. Maybe try it. Why not? If you're not too bothered about getting it this week or getting anything this week, try it. That's down to you. All right? That's down to you. Cool. The retails are all loaded on there now as well. Thank you to Mr. Swift. Yeah, I'm just in the chat with him now. They are all loaded. So, quantity 1, size. You can pick what size. Now, in regards to the size of Supreme, XXL is there at the bottom. There, kind of. But Supreme hardly ever drop XXL. They do sometimes. Don't think that means it's going to be dropped. SwiftSole's just put that in just in case. Small will sell out first. Then extra large, then medium. Generally speaking. Small, extra large, large, medium. They're the sizes, the money sizes are small and extra large. You'll probably find that medium sits for quite a bit, especially in some of these T-shirts. Maybe not this one. We'll have to wait and see afterwards and see what's going on. Yes, sir. There's 75 viewers at the moment, Axel, but a lot of people watch it from the beginning. We get more views than that. When I've used all my cards, I'm kind of stuck as can't use previous credit cards due to checkout areas. Just having to keep getting new third-party cards. It's exactly that, Connor. You need more cards. Basically, that's going to be your limiting factor. All right. You think I can multi-cart 3 shirts if they're medium? I think you've got a better chance of doing a medium compared to some other sizes. I would risk it personally. But all depends on how bad you want the item. You need to be sure that you don't mind if one goes out of stock. Can you use SwiftSole to get in-store releases? Yes, you can. SwiftSole will also do an in-store release mode as well, and that's all done within the app. So you can do in-store release. So let's say I do medium, color. I use SwiftSole for in-store release all the time. Let's say natural, I quite like it. Profile, whatever one you do. Now, Capture Harvester. I've got 2 services there that I can use. And I'll explain Capture Harvester in a second, but I can use the one inside of SwiftSole, inside the bot, or I can use a third-party capture service called AYCD. Now, capture is basically the small boxes that you get which says pick a fire hydrant, and it's trying to work out if you're human. The idea is to try and not get those captures because then you save time at checkout and you can be first to check out before anyone else, so it means that you take the stock, the other person doesn't get it. Simple, right? Now, websites use one thing to check whether or not they think you are a human or a bot, and that is the trust score on capture provided generally by Google. The way in which you get a good trust score is by having a good Gmail account with activity on it. Now, what we mean by activity, you have probably inside of your Chrome browser now watching YouTube, if you're watching it in a Chrome browser, or logged in on the YouTube app with your Gmail account. Gmail can see that you're doing some activity. They can see that you watch a bit of YouTube, then do some work, and then you go off and go on to Google and you, read some magazines, whatever it is that you do on your laptop, signed into Gmail. All that activity builds that trust rating, and Google goes, oh, this person is a person. It's not a bot. It's not just a created Gmail to try and get through captures. So then it gives you a score where you don't get capture. Generally speaking, every good email address will get 10 non-capture requests, 10 of them. So by the time it loops 10 times, if it's out of stock, going again, out of stock 10 times, you might start getting requests to solve CAPTCHA. Now, inside of SwiftSole, you can load in your Gmail account. So that means you've got around 10 one-clicks, give or take. However, if you was to sign up to the third-party service, which is that way, AYCD, which is what I use, you can load in numerous Gmail accounts. So let's say I wanted, 100 items. I'd put in 10 Gmail accounts to give me 10 one-clicks. Simple. And what happens is you just press something on AYCD, it goes through the back end to SwiftSole, and any time a CAPTCHA comes up, it's done via AYCD's end using your one-clicks from those Gmail accounts. This is not something for beginners. If you're someone that's never run if you're someone that's never run bots before, it's probably not something you want to just try the day before a drop. You may want to do it this week to see if potentially it could be something you can learn by the time a hyped drop comes. Hopefully we'll get some of those. But it's up to you. Now, we've got a guide down in the description below with how to purchase. However, that is an extra service. I can't remember the exact cost. I think it might be something like $25 to $30 a month. But again, that is not provided by SwiftSole. That's someone else that just comes and we use the service, the API for that. So it's up to you whether you want to use it or not. If you bought other stores and you got other bots, it may be worth it. I use it for a ton of different bots, not just SwiftSole, Cyber, etc., etc. So up to you if you want to do it. Let's assume you don't have AYCD, so we're going to use CAPTCHA Harvester just so I can show you. Also, you'll only get that option if you sign up to Premium, which is $3.99 a month. However, check the pinned comment. If you want to try it for a month for half price, which is like, I don't know, $1.75 or something like that, go for it. Sign up using the link on the top, on the pinned comment, and then at least you'll get a month. Half price, you can see what it's like. It's up to you if you want to go for it. So there we go, CAPTCHA Harvester. Now, drop mode. There's two different types of mode. That's drop and restock. Just put it in drop mode. That is the best chance of doing it. Now, you've got an option to do PayPal checkout. However, when there's high traffic on the website, this may not work. So it's risky. You may want to do some PayPal checkout, some normal checkout. Now, the good thing about doing PayPal checkout is that when you check out via PayPal, the card details can be the same as one that you've already used where it's not a PayPal checkout. So let's say I have two tasks, right? One of them's credit card, one of them's PayPal. I still need to make sure that the address, the billing details, my name, etc. is different in the profile. However, when I go into my PayPal account, I can use the same card. So Connor was basically saying in one of the comments, I can't get more cards. If you've got 10 cards, this is a way of getting 10 more cards because you can use those from your PayPal as long as the rest of your details are different and you've jigged your name, your address, etc., etc. Because Supreme will only see that it was PayPal checkout. It doesn't see the card details that you use. Okay? So up to you. We'll put it on just so I can show you how to use it, but it's simple to go like that. What do you think of the shirts? I'd like to do 2 to 3 shirts, but that would be several tasks per item. You can do different tasks per item, but just make sure it's one billing profile per item. I'd just recommend that. One billing profile per item. Sometimes more than one will work, but to be on the safe side, one billing profile per item is what I would recommend. That's all. Anity. Nice. Okay. Decent, Lorenzo. I don't think they're going to drop the hoodie in an XXL. I can't see it personally, but go for it. Why not? These are the ones we have to go for. I don't know what you mean, sir. Tried it for London in-store on Tuesday, and all it did was open the sign-up page and nothing else. When there's high traffic on the website of Supreme, sometimes it may not be able to get through in-store. That's the only issue, but that's with everyone. If you tried it manually, it may not have worked neither. It may not have worked neither. Cool. So let's save that task. It's created. Now, in my task list, I've got the Anna Nicole Smith tee there, and I'm ready to roll. Now, there's 2 views on tasks. You've got the collapse view or the compact view, and then you've got the full view. Now, what I can do is if I go down here, I turn that to non-compact mode, and then now you've got the full details. So you've got the full details of the task there. It's not only got the name, it's got the mode I'm using, the size, the style, i.e. the color, and also what profile I'm using. Now, when I'm ready to roll, you got an install yesterday. Congrats, man. What I do is I press start. Press start all, And then you'll see it's trying to go through. Now, at the minute, we've got a site error. Bear in mind, this isn't there. So we'll stop that. Let's find a different task to go with. Let's find something that should be in stock, and that is some boxes. Let's do PayPal checkout. Okay, that's all looking good to me. Okay. Now, I might be signed in on a Gmail here, but I'll tell you what, let me take the Gmail off. Let me just delete that task. Click on it. You can delete. I'm going to clear my Gmail. Okay. So then now I should get capture. So imagine this was just before the drop. What you should do is add a Gmail there in the middle, and you should also go down to PayPal login if you've got some PayPal tasks, because then you skip the login page and you just can basically check out by clicking PayPal. Now, make sure you log in around 1 to 2 minutes before the drop, just before you start your tasks. Don't know how long it lasts, basically. Then from there, I'm going to press start. Oh, we got site error issue. Okay. We may be waiting for an update from SwiftSole. Don't worry, we'll be waiting for an update, so I can't actually show you that at the moment. But do not panic. SwiftSole will pull through. Now, some other bits that you've got down below is you've got the SwiftSole guides inside of the settings, the Discord, the Twitter, and also you can contact them for support. But what I'd recommend you do is go down in the description, get into the Discord, and there is a whole support team there that are legendary, and they'll be there to help you out. So very, very simple on that. And then when you're ready to go, load in your tasks and press start. Now, one thing to do is press plus, get your capture harvester up, and that is ready to go. If you're premium, you can actually get double capture harvester. Don't put that in. It's just too laggy. We recommend around 10 tasks on a phone as well. Always sign in to basically Wi-Fi for the simple fact that the ping time is quicker than any mobile data most of the time. What time do Supreme drop in-store sign up? On Tuesday. I believe it's at 11 still. It's the same time, I think. I don't go in-store. That's one thing I don't personally do. But I'm sure it is 11 o'clock on the sign-up. Again, just a normal thing. I'm confused. I didn't catch it. I don't get what we are all meant to go for the most profit if we cop. Well, Cairo, go back and watch the video. I've gone through all of the profitable drops this week. So go watch it from the start. Skip through and you'll find me talking about it. Should you turn on skip bad items? You can if you want. If you're going for random items, yeah, absolutely. It will just skip anything where it can't find it. So if you want to turn that on, you can go for that. Of course, you can as well. Cool. Trying to think, is there anything else? No. I think we're near enough there. Any other questions that you guys have got at all in regards to this week's drops? Again, if you didn't catch what the profitable items were, we have gone through that from the beginning. So do go through that and then you'll be able to see it. Just go from the start of this video, skip through, and you'll be able to find it as well. Again, not much of a hyped drop, but there is some profit to be made. People slept. Remember, people were trolling me, by the way. If anyone's here from a certain other bot's Discord and you trolled me from the jeans that dropped, remember the snake jeans? What are they called? Hysteric Glamour snake jeans. Bricks. I sold all of mine, by the way, this and last week. The minimum I got was £60 profit. Minimum. And that was, guess where? On StockX. So there you go, sir. Listen to me. Always, this is what you do, right? Hold on to some items that you know is going to have profit. Just wait it out. Let the children get rid of it and panic. And then wait until people are like, oh, actually, they're really nice. And actually, the retail is really cheap. I could pay overs on them and make money. And save money. I'm going to go for them. Look what's going on with the nupsies at the moment. Now, they're not the best nupsies in the world. Some of you guys may have got some. Just hold them. Just wait it out. Trust me. It will be fine. This happened exactly the same with the paper nupsy. Just wait. Trust me, sirs. Cool. Any other questions? I guess the last thing to, again, remind you guys and girls is that do not forget to load in Air Force Ones on the Friday. Generally speaking, they will drop. US, you'll know if they're going to drop because the UK/the EU will drop them before you, and then you'll see that they're ready to roll. So get those tasks ready for Friday at 11 o'clock. I know there's some other releases as well, but that is the beauty of having SwiftSole. If your computer's running other stuff and you're all confused, you can just sit back, get your phone out, and go for it. Simple as that. Cool. All right. Guys, listen, thank you so much for joining us this evening. Again, a few t-shirts with a bit of profit. Potentially that skateboard deck, maybe. The pin, bit of fun. Again, buyers have reached out to me that haven't reached out for a couple of weeks and asked me to go for some items that I've given you the information on. that should tell you. Anytime that a buyer reaches out to me and says, Josh, can you get me this? Usually means there's at least a bit of profit in it. And, you know, it's easy to bot Supreme these days, especially with something like SwiftSole. No cost of proxies. Premium is like $4 a month. 50% off, by the way, if you use the thing now for a month. Like, it's the cheapest way of botting. And even if you made £10 profit on a t-shirt very quickly and you got 5 of them, 50 quid for 5-10 minutes work, it's not bad at all. Really not bad at all. But I'm sure, I hope, Supreme's going to start bringing in some more profitable items over the coming weeks. But listen, guys, if you are running tomorrow, best of luck. Let me know how you do in next week's live stream. And hopefully we've got a bit more on the accessory front from Supreme because everyone's waiting for that stuff. And again, get inside the Discord if you've got any questions or you need any support. Remember, set up in good time. Don't wait till the last minute and just start flooding it with chat. What shall I do? What shall I do? Set up now. Get ready. This is what this stream is for. Listen, guys, thank you so much for allowing us to have your attention. And for tomorrow, as always, be lucky.